What's good, collective family, Starseed family, Soul Tribe? How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I am doing great, feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. Okay, thank you to everyone who left messages, sending me well wishes. I greatly appreciate the positive energy. All right, I have some energies out here on the board. Um, I don't know what this is though, y'all. Okay, let me show you what I got. Let me show you what's going on. All right, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Somebody's stuck, or feels stuck at least. We have reverse ascension, which is a descension. Okay? Then we have the reverse trash box, right? And then we have innocence. I feel like somebody's trying to plead their case. Like, they're trying to make themselves appear to have not been what they actually are. Like, they're actually in the upright with this card, right? This is somebody who has lost their ability to ascend. This is somebody who never wanted their ability. They didn't even want ascension possibly. But let's just say they've lost their ability to ascend. People are not looking at them as the divine being that they are portraying, but they're trying to keep people from seeing them like a clown, right? They're trying to get people to see them like they're innocent in something, but I'm feeling heavily in the spirit that they're not. They're not innocent. Okay. Okay, collective. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Y'all forgive if the quality of the sound is not, I do have my microphone, but I'm not able to hook it up where I am. I don't have anything to clamp it to. So forgive the sound, but I believe it should be okay. I'm not home. I am on the road traveling in Georgia, visiting my people. So, all right. Let's see what's going on. Let's just see. Clarify the Six of Swords, Spirit. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, we had the Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out in the reverse. I'll put the Ace of Pentacles down. Somebody's locked out of a new beginning. Somebody is stuck. They want a new beginning, but they're stuck in this reverse Wheel of Fortune energy. Oh, wow. Maybe this reverse Wheel of Fortune energy is the new beginning that they are experiencing. So they're experiencing a new beginning, lack of fortune, lack of good energy. Their destiny is thwarted, their purpose, like, wow, okay. So somebody is stuck in a new beginning that is a new beginning in the energy of being unfortunate. We have the Temperance just popped out. They're trying to still appear to be innocent in something. Because it landed in between the trash box, the clown card, and the innocence. This is where that landed. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to sit it to the side. Or they're trying to bring healing to... They're trying to bring healing to something by making themselves, their life, appear to be something that it is not. Okay? I feel like it's more like themselves. Clarify ascension, please. Six of Wands. It landed sideways. And it landed on top of the Wheel of Fortune. This person is definitely feeling stuck. Now, I don't know if this is someone in your energy, somebody that's been, coming against you, collective, or trying to, send certain attacks or whatever the case may be. I don't know why this is coming up in the reading at this point. This could be a cross watcher, right? But this could be someone who felt like they wanted to compete against a divine being here, and they found themselves locked up. I'm feeling an imprisonment energy. Clarify ascension, please. Give me one more. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Keeps coming out sideways. I'm going to take it upright, though. So something they invested in, they invested in their own descension. They invested in their own falling from grace. Oh, can't make it up. The Most High in reverse. Oh, man. This could be someone who is, with this Six of Wands, this could be someone who is either in the limelight or has a spotlight on them, or wants to be in a spotlight, wants to be seen a certain way, whether this is someone in your community, someone on your job, someone in your family, or whether this is someone on social media. Nevertheless, this person invested in their own falling away from grace. Okay, they appear to be stuck in an unfortunate energy. Clarify trash box. This could be family. We do have the Four of Wands here. This could be family. Okay, a family member that tried to trap you. Okay, could be under judgment. A family member that tried to trap you or set you up for something or keep you stuck, possibly in lack, is under judgment. Clarify the trash box. It's raining out here. Lord, nobody told me nothing. We have the reverse death card. This person is going to look like a clown. They're going to look like the clown that they are for what they've done, and that's not going to change. They're not going to be able to change. I'm hearing Spirit say they have tainted themselves. They've stained their reputation. They have stained their reputation. People are starting to ignore them. Maybe they are making offerings or love offerings, or it's like people are starting to ignore them. People are starting to see them for who they really are. Man, I like the lighting in this house. Jeez Louise. That thing crispy, ain't it? My. Okay, clarify the death card. Death card. And it landed with the Most High in reverse. We have the reverse intuitive Kev. Wow. Who is this and what did you do? What did you do? Because this is giving no. The divine, the Most High source, creator is like, no. That you will not grow. You will not prosper. I'm taking back the spiritual gifts. This is almost like somebody's going through a spiritual repossession. Like they're having their spiritual gifts repossessed, taken away from them. The Three of Wands. Yeah, every gift that was, can't make it up. Every gift, the reverse Nine of Swords. A lot of tarot readers get this reverse Nine of Swords. I'm gonna say wrong, but of course it's up to spiritual interpretation. But this reverse Nine of Swords is about spiritual gifts. Okay, so they spiritual gifts that they had delegated to them are being repossessed, are being taken from them. I'm gonna leave it out because all I did was split the deck. Great confirmation. Gratitude, Spirit. Their clairs, their mediumship, their psychic abilities. We have the Hermit here popping out. They had a lot of spiritual gifts. They were highly intuitive. And I mean highly intuitive, or at least had the opportunity to develop such spiritual gifts. I'm seeing this social media card here. So, I don't know. This could be a social media personality. creator, content creator. Clarify innocence. Maybe this is you, this innocence. Maybe this is you. Let's see. Page of Swords. They thought you were innocent. Well, let me put it like this. What I mean by they thought you were innocent is they thought because you were innocent, they looked at you as like a neophyte. They looked at you as like somebody that's wet behind the ears, just got off into some stuff. Maybe this is about spirituality. Maybe you're a spiritualist. This person definitely is. They were. They're still trying to mask themselves as if they are, but they've been stripped completely and totally, is what I've heard Spirit just say. So I feel like collective, this is someone who possibly decided to target you because they thought that you didn't know what you needed to know in order to defend yourself, but you were protected by the divine the whole time. Clarify the Page of Swords. The Hierophant. They thought you were a neophyte, but you showing up as the Hierophant. You showing up as the lesson bringer and the lesson teacher. So here they thinking you wet behind the ears, don't know nothing. They gonna throw some black magic on you. They gonna do a little voodoo, little whatever, little hoodoo, or whoever's do. But you making it do what it do because you're showing up as a Hierophant. Wow. You're actually teaching the lesson. You're teaching the lesson. You're setting the structure. You're setting the order. Reverse Ace of Pentacles. Clarify. Queen of Swords. I'm hearing something about the past. Like, this may have been a past life, like a nemesis. This individual, I don't know who they are, where they are in your life, whether they're in a family circle, friend circle, whether this is a spiritual, competitor, you know what I mean? I don't know. But this is kind of given that there may have been a past life, like nemesis energy. Because the Ace of Pentacles is about bringing in a new beginning. So when I see it in the reverse, it's telling me that it's something from the past. But we have the Queen of Swords here. I'm hearing Spirit say yeah, up in the clouds. Yeah. See, this is what's hidden behind. This is what's hidden behind it. Okay. I don't know who this individual is, but this person that has lost their ability to ascend, and they've lost their spiritual gifts. This individual could be a complete stranger to you, or they could be someone you're familiar with. You still could feel like you don't really understand why they coming for you like that, or why they came for you like that, or whatever the case may be. So what I'm seeing Spirit say is, you brought an end to something that was carrying over from other lifetimes as it relates to this nemesis. So as the Queen of Swords, this was something that needed to be dealt with. This person needed to be stripped. They've been needed to be stripped. They've shown up in other lifetimes in the same wicked energy. So I'm feeling like you showing up as the neophyte, as the Page of Swords, turning out to be a Hierophant, bringing in a new structure, a new order, a new way, teaching lessons. Because something from the past needed to be cut off, as it relates to between you and this person, or as it relates to this person and their spiritual positioning. Like they needed to, because there's something hidden, you know. Yeah, I feel like this person is very, they're not divine at all, honestly. They're actually very satanic. They're working with something very Arish entity. This gives me entity. So they're not divine at all. This gives me that they tap into some sort of entity here. Right? Not divine at all. Okay? So it's chaotic. It's an energy of chaos that they tap into. We have the vampire here. This person is not a twin flame holder. Wow. And if you know, you know. If you know what that means, you know what that means. I'm not going to explain what a real twin flame means and what it don't mean. Not right now. Maybe in one of these lessons that I'm about to get ready to bring up to y'all. If y'all interested in, you know, learning and sharing with your girl. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to go into that right now. This person is not a twin flame holder. Not anymore, anyway. I don't know how many lifetimes ago they lost their twin flame. But I feel like this is a situation. I keep splitting the deck. All right, let me get another deck. What's going on, Spirit? What does the collective need to know? Let's go here. I'm gonna see what's going on. Please tap into the link in my description. It will take you over to Mojave Wildflower Shop. She is a part of our collective and she creates these beautiful cards. Okay? So if you're a reader or you're a tarot enthusiast, oracle enthusiast, okay? I am not sponsored by her, but she did, we did talk about her decks and got some things straight. There is, as she claims, to be a knockoff over on Amazon. So do not get your deck. If you see any decks on Amazon that looks like this, she claims that is a knockoff, okay? So you can get the real, the original from Mojave Wildflower Shop on Etsy. And the link is in the description, right? Okay, what's going on, Spirit? Tell us some more. Affliction, delusion, and suffering. Somebody wanted you to suffer. The evil entity has left. So they sent something to you. Okay, this explains it. They sent something towards you. Okay, if you reverberate with this message, then you do reverberate with it. If not, wonderful. But they sent something to you and it was returned back to them. Okay, and it's coming in hot. It's coming in hot. Yeah. Whatever this is that they sent to you, it says black magic failed. Now they are under a lot of affliction. They are suffering because this entity that they sent has returned back to you. I'm sorry, has returned back to them. Has returned back to them. So, not to you. If you're the collective, it did not return back to you. If you're a cross watcher, it absolutely did return back to you. And so now there's affliction. Now there is delusion. Tell us more. Dang. See, I told you I felt the energy of imprisonment. What is this? On the outside looking in. So they've been shut out. They've been shut out of what, Spirit? What have they been shut out of? What have they been shut out? Don't fall, please. I don't want to get up. Burning bridges. They've been shut out of the way out, is what I just heard. Damn. They've been shut out of the way out. Wow. Because they wouldn't stop, is what I heard Spirit say. They wouldn't stop. What is this? Mindfulness, mind and body in harmony, focused meditation, tea time. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't practice mindfulness. They wouldn't calm the down, is what I heard. They wouldn't calm the fuck down. They wouldn't calm down. Like, they wouldn't stop. Okay. What else does the collective need to know? Reflections, changing of the tide, secrets, shadows. Okay. Things are changing. If you've been going through a period of being under attack, even when you send it back, there sometimes is residual effects when people send things to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been going through a period of having to cleanse and having to deal and having to protect yourself more than usual, more than should be required, there's a changing of the tide. There's a changing of the energy here. It's a trick, a scheme to deceive you, deception, gaslighting, and manipulation. Tell me more, because I'm picking up that someone may want to come in. See, because we got a mirror here and a black mirror here. Tell me more, Spirit. Mystical cat, feline spirit energy, intuition, magic, divine being, fortune, wards off evil. Okay, so you have something protecting you here. You may be also, every time I see a cat in one of these decks, you may work with Sekhmet or an energy like that, okay? I work with her and she works and protects me quite a bit. So every time I see it, that's the first thing I think. Sekhmet is in protection, all right, protecting you from something. But it could just be a feline spirit energy. Your animal totem could be the feline. You're very intuitive with this moon card here, because that's kind of what I'm getting with this reflections card. It's giving me high priestess energy, definitely divine being, and you're definitely very fortunate and definitely very protected by something. Okay, a nature spirit, an animal spirit. All right. We also have receiving a gift. So this person may want to try to come in. I feel like this is where the trick is. So be very careful. Be very careful of somebody coming to bring you something. Excuse me. Still clearing up this little cough. Sacral chakra. Creative expression, sexual energy, emotions. I feel like somebody wants to come, this individual or somebody connected to them wants to come and try to lay a trick. And I mean that in spell work sense, okay? Possibly with a gift of something or something. They want to give a gift, but there's a trick behind it, okay? It says, I don't care. Lack of empathy, uninterested, unbiased. Yeah, I think you're going to tap into this energy. I think you're going to pick it up. I'm pretty sure you are, okay? And you're going to be very apathetic towards this person. They're going to be angry and confused, okay? And if this is, this could be a warning, this could be advice as well for someone. You need to, put up your boundaries towards any gifts from this individual or from someone connected to this individual. People can be very savvy at laying tricks, so you have to be very mindful of what to accept and what not to accept and who to accept it from. You know what I'm saying? Just trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. But it's showing up here that you're not going to be interested. And so they're going to be left in confusion and raged. There's something about them being exposed. Them being exposed. What are they being exposed? They're being exposed as the thief that they are. They're being exposed as the thief that they are. Make a wish, manifest. And you know how this is what's exposing them is you tapping into your divinity. You stepping into this this manifested divinity in your reality, in your current reality. The more you step in, the more you take your power back, the more you show up in places and spaces as a divine being you are, the more it exposes them for being the thief that they are, because there's like a polarity here. There's a polarity here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's crazy. Where you want me to go? Let's get some divine flow for the collective. I'm going to try to do another one after this. We'll see what kind of time I'm working with. I missed you guys. I really did. I was like, I got to do some readings for my babies. But the cough that I had was so, it was a doozy. But I'm starting to get some relief now. And then I was having a hard time, right, like catching my breath and stuff like that. So I just rested. Listen to what the spirit had to say, because nothing shows up for no reason. Things show up always for a reason, okay? All right. Tell us more, spirit. What do you want the collective to know? Some affirmations here. Sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become sacrament. This person and their entity or entities. Spirit is calling it a mundane problem. This is the way you saw it. It's an issue it's like light work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even, to someone else, this probably would have been way more problematic. But to who I'm speaking to, you alchemized it. Okay? You alchemized it. You sacrificed it even as a sacrament. You gave it to the divine, and they did what they needed to do with it. Okay? You gave it to the divine. Okay. Tell me more. Inner power. I love it. I love it. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So you're a very powerful being, okay? You're a very powerful being. You're showing great strength. Outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will, release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. So you actually utilize the power of love, the highest power there really is. right? Love for yourself, love for your spirit team, love for the divine, love for the mother, for the father, right? And that allowed you actually to open yourself up to their assistance, okay? Instead of making your own way, you sought the divine's way. You released it. That's what I mean by you sacrificed it. You placed this situation, however it was showing up in your reality, you placed it on your altar. Okay? And so you're showing up in great strength for doing so. Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest: to stop trying to control the whole universe. And we have loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. Wow. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan into the egos instead of the egos. So you did experience some loss, okay, but you surrendered it. So what looks like loss to some people was what looks like you losing things was really you surrendering it over as a sacrament. And so you are definitely cut from a different cloth. That might be what I need to title this one. You are definitely cut from a different cloth altogether, but you're humbling someone. Wow. All right, collective. This has been the reading. I don't think Spirit wants to say anything more. Unless you do. Okay. This has been the reading, y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in with me. I appreciate you. To all of my returning viewers, my subscribers, Soul family, Starseed family, I love you guys. Thank you so much again for your well wishes and for your support, for all of your likes, shares, comments, all of that good stuff. Okay, nothing you do, your super thanks, nothing you do goes on unnoticed, and I greatly appreciate your generosity. I send all of that beautiful energy right back to you. Okay, may you receive it back 100, 1,000, 10,000 fold in whatever area of your life that you need it in. All right. If this is the first time you are hearing me or seeing me, welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. I officially invite you to join, to subscribe, to stay a little while with us and vibe. Okay? I think you'll love it here. I think you will. All right. If anybody needs a personal reading, my information is down in the description. It will take you to my website and I will get that done for you. If you have booked in the last 2 days, I have not forgotten you, right? I'm going to work on them as soon as I touch back to the house where I am headed when I leave here, okay? So your readings will be coming possibly by the end of the evening, maybe tomorrow morning, okay? And I thank you for your patience as well, all right? Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know how this message reverberated for you. Share it, hype it up, all that good stuff. Help it get out into the algorithms and everything. That is a great way to show your support, and it doesn't cost you anything. Just a little click of a button, and I appreciate it, okay? I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, family.